my doctoral research, I studied the subject of divorce and remarriage. I felt it would be good to put the content into a book that for wider circulation. Through a friend of mine, I got to meet Hannah. And I remember the first time I met with Hannah, she spent most of her time listening. Then she wanted to look at the manuscript that I had in place. She looked at it and gave me feedback. One afternoon, Hannah called me and said there was a guy I needed to meet, a guy from Southern Africa.
I was here in Kenya on college business. When I met Hannah, we met at lunch. I mentioned my project that I had had for more than 3 years, which had not taken off, of writing a book about marriage and divorce. And it was amazing how she was animated, as if it was just lights on, and started talking about this other gentleman who also had a similar project.
Hannah arranged for me to meet with Ray, and we met over lunch, the three of us, and I was amazed at just how we connected with Ray.
We've been able to collaborate in terms of our work. I don't think there's been any point where we disagreed and haggled. I don't know why, and I don't know how we never argued about that. We tend to be of the same mind, which I found very strange. For me to be able to understand, to work with somebody from Kenya who seems to be my younger brother from another mother, we need to give glory to God.
Absolutely.
For probably a match made in heaven.
Absolutely. Oasis provided us with their resources. They made available to us their network and expertise, and that enabled us to focus on the writing. We didn't have to worry about the intricacies of publishing a book. They provided everything we needed, and we were just able to focus on the content and the writing.
And my exposure to Oasis has enabled me to understand what it means to write a book and to have people that have experience and that have done it before, who can probably be able to give you a roadmap of where you need to go, where you need to start.
Our work was looked at by the Publishing Advisory Board. People from different areas of expertise in the book process, and they looked at our work. They critiqued our work. They gave us insights and input into our work, and all of that input comes together to help us to produce a much more finished product. This was part of their process, and they insisted that this needed to be done. We were just like, wow, this is unique. But the benefits of having our work looked at by this board has been priceless.
It's critical to have somebody who kind of has a bigger picture, who could drive the project. And so that's where I personally believe Hannah has been incredible, if not being the nerve center of how this project has been developed.
It has been amazing to see how a young lady can manage two older men. She has given us structure. She has given us leadership. She has been unafraid to confront us when we needed some nudging, and she has just been invaluable.
Without her driving the project as an editor, I don't think we would have been able to see the light and to be where we are today.
It's been wonderful just to interact with this whole team at Oasis. Matthew critiqued our work, and he raised questions. And because he raised those questions, we went back to our material. And I must confess that we've come out better, more grounded in what we've written, more grounded in what we believe, because Matthew raised questions.
We have a hunch somehow between the two of us that probably this is not the end, but only the beginning.
And something very special has been birthed. I believe that Ray and I will do many more things together.
Well, I was going to mention that I can commit myself to help Ron in his ministry on divorce here in Kenya and in Africa.
We've been joined together by a heart and passion for a group of people who have not found a voice, particularly on our continent. And so Ray and I hope and pray that a movement will begin from what our time together, what the Lord has done, what the Lord has put in our hearts, providentially bringing us together, that a movement will begin on this continent that will begin to speak, that will become a voice for this group of people who otherwise have had no voice.
That's true. That's very true, and we are grateful to Oasis for giving us the opportunity. We really do believe that this could actually be able to impact our communities in Africa from across the board, and we are very grateful.